Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all doing well. Today I'm going to do a video just on cleaning the hubs. As you saw, I have stripped the wheels apart for the build. The rims are away at powder coating. I just thought while they're off, while all the spokes off, while everything's apart, I may as well open up the hubs, check that they're all okay, re-grease everything and put back together. So as soon as the rims come, I can send them away to go and get rebuilt. Yeah, so join me and let's open these up and check how they are. Yeah, so over here I've got the rear hub and the front hub, the stout and Dietz Swiss. Already kind of started pulling apart the front one, taking the two side caps off, and that's what's inside. It looks a little bit grimy. I give those a clean. Just tap this out with the rubber mallet. Okay, so after a little bit of tapping with the rubber mallet, I've managed to get the center out. There's the other side of the bearing, doesn't look too bad, so we're going to give that a clean. So those there. Just got to try and get the other bearing out. So I just put the shaft back in and then tap the other side. Managed to get the other bearing out. So now got a bit of degreaser, clean green. Just spray that in there. Just going to use a bit of paper towel. Just clean the outside. I just want to try and clean off some of this grease. It just seems like a little bit too much. Just clean these off. They sound okay, so I'm not going to replace them just yet, and they do seem to be okay. Okay, and then skin off the second bearing. This one also feels and sounds okay. Piece of paper towel. Then this, you're just going to give a bit of a spray. Wipe this clean. So it's got a little bit of wear on it. Hoping it'll still be fine. And I'm just going to apply some grease on here. Just put that back in there. Put a bit of grease on this side. Okay, I've managed to get both the bearings back in. What I've actually ended up using was a socket. Put that over there just to give it even pressure when you hit, hammering them back in. And that seemed to work. Just helped get the bearings back in just by using the end of a, what is this, 19 socket. Just put these caps back on. Let's give this a wipe. Yeah, so I don't want to put too much grease that it just attracts all the dirt in there when you're out on the trails. So yeah, that's front hub cleaned. Just give the shaft a bit of a clean. So what we'll do is put grease on there when we put it back on the bike. We'll put grease. Some grease. Yeah, front one done. Now it's the back one. So for the back, we need 2 17s just to get this off. Let's get these end nuts off. That cap off. See in there, it is quite dirty. Just be careful when you pull the rear hub off on the DT Swiss. There's all these little bearings come out. And then once we've got that off, got the hub off, or the freewheel body, I'm just going to try and take this out gently. A lot of the bearings have already come off. So see all these little metal bearings fit in this little plastic body. So what we're going to do is just give that a good clean, all the little bearings, give everything a grease. And then this here, I wanted to also just try and degrease that a bit. Those bearings inside seem to be okay. So what I'm going to do is just use a bit of the Lykoff Bio degreaser. Just spray a bit of that in. Try not to get too much on your ball bearings, just so that it doesn't clean all the grease out of there. Just wipe this down. Does look a bit better than what it was. What we will do is just put a bit more grease in there, just try and help prevent from rusting. Clean in the bottom there. Okay, so now these here, I'm going to just try and give a good clean. So yeah, now all I'm doing is just trying to clean in between all these little teeth where these the little metal pieces go, little rollers. I must say I haven't worked on a bearing like this before. I suppose first time for everything, you just learn as you go. Let's hope that this just makes everything last longer just by cleaning and giving it a grease. As they say, maintenance, just maintain your stuff and things will last a lot longer. So now what I'm going to do is just drop these little metal rods in here. Okay, now all those are back in there. And slide this on here gently. Just using a little screwdriver just to try and get them all back in place. Okay, all those are back in place. And then what I'm going to do is just put some so now we've got quite a bit of grease nicely around these bearings, so those should be nicely lubed up. The next thing I want to do is just try and clean this out. This is very dirty. So all I've done is just sprayed a little bit of degreaser in here, just enough to try and clean it. Get a lot of this gunk out of here. So as I said, I've had to buy second-hand rims, but it's just not lacquer when you buy things that people haven't really looked after. So I'm trying not to spray directly onto the bearing, so I don't really want to get all the grease out of the bearing. I'm just trying to clean. See these threads in here, I'm just trying to get those a bit cleaner. And then just the top of the bearing. And yeah, and what I'm going to do is just spray a little bit in here. Just clean these teeth up. So yeah, you can see it looks quite a bit better in there. On that side, let's just try and clean this outside a bit more. Okay, and then what I do is some grease on here. Start that back on. Oh, that's quiet. Yeah, it's putting all that grease on. Compared to my Merida, this thing is dead quiet. Look at that. Sounds nice. And here it's got grease in it. Hopefully with all the grease in there, prevent a lot of the water going in. Clean this cap. Put a little bit of grease in there. That back on there. This little screw in here again. Just tighten everything up. Cool. That's that. Now that we've tightened that, all I'm going to do is just try and give this a good clean on the outside. Let's get this all clean. It's easier while it's off the bike, off the wheel. At least I know now that once I put these back on the bike, once the wheels get bolted and everything, I don't need to, I'm not going to have to worry about them for a little while, because I've just checked them, cleaned them, made sure bearings were okay, re-greased everything. And it's just basic maintenance that you want to do on your hubs. So you can hear there, I mean, if everything's moving nice and free, I'm happy with. And you can see there's a little bit of scuff marks and stuff from the old spokes. Yeah, so that's just cleaning your hubs. Thanks guys for watching. If you enjoyed this, please go and give it a thumbs up. Please share the video. Please go and subscribe and hit the bell on the side if you want to get my notifications of all my videos. And the upcoming videos are all mostly going to be about the build that I'm busy with. So yeah, then I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.